list of the Korean American leaders. We are here to support and endorse Mayor Cory Booker to U.S. Senate and our next U.S. Senator representing New Jersey. I would like to ask Mayor Booker to come up and speak to the Korean American community.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I want to.
Translate.
Would you like to translate my words? Would you like to? Will you speak in Korean or will I speak?
Say what you want.
I will surely, sure, I'll take a translator. Okay? First of all, I want to say thank you. 감사합니다. 감사합니다? Say thank you.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank Councilwoman O. I want to thank your mayor, who is truly one of the more dynamic mayors, not in New Jersey, but the United States of America. I think he has too much hair.
That's fine. Give me a few more years.
Yes. A mayor with the appropriate amount of hair. Mayor as well. And of course, your deputy mayor and the councilmen that are here have been friends of mine for some time. I'm thrilled to be here today, so excited and grateful that you all would consider supporting me as your next United States Senator.
이렇게 초청을 해주셔서 너무 감사하고요. 그 다음에 저를 캔디데이트로 봐서 뽑아주시면 너무나 감사합니다.
Thank you. I spoke for a long time. It was just summarize for me. I first want to echo something that Councilwoman O said. The reality is, in New Jersey, there are many different ethnic groups. And that was what makes New Jersey so strong. We have Irish and Italian. We have Puerto Rican and Ecuadorian. But the Korean community, in my opinion, humbly I say to you, is like a waking giant in our state. The population is so strong. The impact of the Korean community in business, in religious life, strong families. In many ways, you elevate the best of New Jersey. But I believe it's time that this community, even more so, flexes its muscles in politics.
사실 뉴저지에 많은 민족이 많이 살고 계신데요. 특히 한국 사람들은 모든 민족의 모범이 된다고 생각합니다. 특별히 이런 정치에 참여하는 것이 굉장히 중요하고 또 한국 사람들이 갖고 있는 가족 사랑, 그 다음에 그 열심히 일하는 경제적인 거 그런 것들이 굉장히 중요하다고 생각합니다.
Exactly. and so for me, it's very important. I must confess that for the last 7 years, I've been mayor of Newark, New Jersey. And we do not have a large Korean community in Newark. But now I aspire to be the senator of the entire state. And in that sense, I am clearly aware of the importance and the strength of this community, not just because of the numbers and the growing numbers of Koreans in New Jersey, but because of my experiences growing up in Harrington Park.
사실 한인 사회가 굉장히 크게 자라나는 사회로서 중요한 건 사실이지만 또 자기가 갖고 있었던 일하고 있는 시에서 한국 사람이 많이 없지만은 이제 그 세니터가 되면서 이런 그 한국 민족 같이 이런 소수 민족에 대해서도 신경을 많이 써야 되고 특별히 자기가 해링턴 파크에서 자라면서 한인 사회랑 많이 접해봤기 때문에 굉장히 중요한 사회라고 생각을 합니다.
Thank you. When my family in 1969 moved into Harrington Park, we were the first family that was African American. In fact, there were very few American minorities in the town at all. And in fact, they would not sell homes in that time. The real estate agents would steer minority families away from Harrington Park. And so what it took to move into the town in 1969 was a white couple posing as home buyers that made a bid on a house that was accepted. And on the day of the closing, instead of the couple showing up, my father and a young lawyer showed up to confront the real estate agent. And what happened next is really interesting, is the real estate agent was so angry, he punched my father's lawyer in the nose. And sicked the dog on my father. Now the size of the dog has grown every time my dad tells the story. It gets bigger and bigger. But the reality is it took a lot to be the first family to move in. And what made me thrilled as I grew up, that soon other minorities started moving in. Most notably the Korean community. I remember some dear friends of mine from Sangli to Lee Cho, families that were those trailblazers that moved into my town, that made it start to reflect more of the diversity of our state. What I've come to realize, and my parents talk about all the time, is the more diverse communities are, the stronger they are. They reflect the greatness of America, is that we are a nation that is more strong, more rich, more profitable, more successful because of all of our diversity. But it's very important within that diversity that communities retain much of their strength and identity and their culture. Why? Why? Because the values that each one of our cultures bring contributes to the whole. I was thrilled years ago when the small church I went to, which was an African American congregation, I came back and visited my hometown in Closter, New Jersey at a Centennial AME, and I came there and I saw Korean writing on the church. And I was so excited because I knew that that church building was now being shared by another church community. And in many ways, what I learned as a boy growing up is before God, we're all one. And it's important, though, that our families begin to exhibit the best of their values. And so I've now lost my translator. That's okay. Because the mere fact that you're laughing means most of you understand. And so let me say this. When I think now about achieving my dreams, for the first time ever, I will have a chance to represent the communities I grew up in that gave me so much. I'm a child of this county. I'm a child of Old Japan High School, of Harrington Park Elementary School. I played soccer in so many of these towns, Little League and baseball, and have friends from all over this area. And now I have the privilege to represent people here. And I will tell you this, as the mayor rightfully said, the issues for families in Harrington Park are very similar to the issues of families in Newark. We all want the same thing. We want economic security and even growth. We want safety from challenges that often come with crime. We want our children to get strong educational foundations so that they can achieve their dreams and go on to do great things. In Newark, we took on these challenges. Newark was a city with lots of crime and corruption, and in many ways was going in the wrong direction. It was a city that was losing population with a shrinking tax base, businesses leaving the cities. And so what we were able to do is turn around things in Newark. Now the population is growing for the first time in 60 years. Now our school system speaks to some of the highest performing schools in New Jersey. And I'm proud to say in Newark, we're just 3% of the state's population, just 3%. But well over a third of all the economic development going on in New Jersey, in commercial and multifamily development, is going on in Newark. Our first new hotels in 40 years, our first new office towers in decades. Companies moving their headquarters to Newark, from Panasonic to Audible.com. Newark has expanded its parks. Newark has doubled the production of affordable housing and is having a market rate boom. The lessons I've learned as mayor of Newark in a difficult city, during a difficult economy, are lessons now that I believe can be applied to another difficult city called Washington, D.C. Because just what I heard years ago, when I moved from Yale Law School to Newark, New Jersey, people told me the same things I hear now. Why are you going there? The city is broken. The politics don't work. I heard all that negativity and cynicism. But we know something here in this room. The Korean community exemplifies that. That when people pull together, there is strength. When people work together, there's power. And we did that in one city, but we could do that better for our state and for our nation. I'm very excited about the idea that I can be a leader that helps pull people together to solve tough problems, and that we can begin to do the common sense things that will make America stronger and New Jersey stronger. So I want to thank you all and ask you formally for your support and your endorsement as I go forward in this election. It's 2 weeks from today, and I'm truly hoping, as a young man who came from this very community in this area, I'm hoping that I could be your choice for the next United States Senator from the great state of New Jersey.